Salve Taurini e Taurine, siamo su Baldur's Gate 3, signori. Allora, l'altra volta abbiamo fatto un backtracking, siamo venuti qui a prendere quell'oggetto. Qui c'è il fattore di Moll, ma l'avevo già trovata. Portarlo... Dovremmo trovare un modo per raggiungere Moll, forse ogni torneo a un certo punto. Io allora, a sto punto vorrei abbiamo una scelta sostanziale. Provo io un attimo a vedere se ci sono novità al boschetto e ci vediamo tra un po'. Ragazzi, sono andato un attimo all'accampamento per vendere un po' di cose e mi è successo di questo. Quindi sono spiazzato quanto voi. Poi.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God damn it. Anyone but her.
Bene, bene.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret?
Cazzo. Chi è Mizora?
Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Beh, giustamente.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
Se uccidiamo Karlak adesso conviene non toccare Karlak neanche con un dito.
The point? Oh yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Così andiamo subito al quagliato.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Quindi Will versione Tiefling.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Mi sa che qui scattano chiacchierate.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his.
Ho detto e voi scoppiate in una love
It's been a long
story.
time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Vediamo di andare a parlare con Will, Tiefling.
Gods damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be
Qui ci vuole
hunting
un pezzo da
devils and
paladino.
demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Non voglio vedere.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met.
Come ci si sente essere un diavolo.
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Bravo, non cedere. Quella è una cosa buona e giusta. Non deve cedere. Io volevo andare un po' da cuore scuro a sto punto. Vediamo se spillo qualche altra info.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I
Oh,
think that's your fault. Very serious of you. But go
ma
ahead.
sei serio, va avanti.
It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justicia. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side, after all.
Oh, oh. No, la termino qui. Anche perché ero venuto solo per... Cos'è il diario mita roba? Mago di Waterdeep? Condizioni di Gale. Ok, la figlia dell'oscurità. Lama della frontiera. Una cura progressiva. Trovare il carico mancante. Vabbè, quello l'abbiamo completato. No, riposo parziale. Non userei scorta di campo. Va benissimo. Allora, regà, premetto che sto senza una lira. Allora, quercia del padre. Questa... carina, ma è più debole, quindi... la metto nella mercanzia. Allo stadion, vediamo se può tornare utile. Non la può portare. Allora, quercia di padre, quercia di padre. Nella mercanzia. Allora, questa è un'armatura pesante.
What am I to do?
Allora, questa è una di meno. Però quando i non morti ti toccano spara. Questa è una pesante che però non cambia una cispa. Quindi mercanzia pure questa.
Let's get going.
Perché mi pare che roccaforte li porta più pesanti, quindi...
Need anything else?
Vale, così abbiamo svuotato un altro po' l'inventario. Vediamo se c'è qualcosa di interessante. 17 d'armatura, sì. Sta a vedere costo. Questa sarebbe carina per Starion. Questa è una pesante. Vediamo se Cuore Scuro c'ha un'armatura peggiore, ma non penso. Tieni forza, svantaggio le prove. Sì, ma vengono sempre troppo. Allora, direi terminiamo la conversazione. Scusate ragazzi, colpo di tosse. Allora, dicevo, volevo andare a vedere sto fattore di molla, perché non capisco. Voglio capire. Non mi interessa Ci faccio anche il salvataggino rapido.
You can't be here. This is our hideout.
Questo è Zagu. Poi
Sorry about the nest. You guys find anything good today?
No.
You're not supposed to be here. You came! I have... Here! Mole said I should thank you properly for the harpies. So I wrote you a story. It's about
visto.
you. I hope you like it.
Grazie.
Little slow on the uptake, aren't you? I told you to leave. What happens next is your...
A proposito, mi hanno dato una storia, uno la legge. Un ragazzo.
We're going to own that town.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Allora, no, di qua noi non ce la facciamo passare, quindi di qua. Allora, obiettivo 1 fatto. Ora, l'obiettivo 2, che mi ero prefisso oggi, regà, lo so benissimo che è una boiata. De sicuro non gliela famo. Ma un try...
Ah, excellent choice.
Allora, intelligenza, trucchetti, raggio di cielo, spruzzo velenoso, mano magica, dardo di fuoco. Ma non ce n'è, ma è meglio, i trucchetti. Punto. È di secondo, però allora scassi in aria, non bene, abbiamo un detonante.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Vedi, me ne mancava uno pure con lei. Ma che è? La sagra del me ne manca uno? Allora ci dà permissione. Preghiere ogni lato che sia in grado di vedere. Da 6 a 20. Però è una OE. Questa me lo vado a caricare.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Vabbè, questi perché sono sempre i suoi. Vediamo se c'è qualcosa di interessante.
The
No?
air is ripe with magic.
Ok. So che sto per fare una cavolata di quelle obbrobriose. Baldi giovani, visto che sto per fare una boiata, io salvo un attimo qui, chiudo l'episodio. No, direi che magari provo a proseguire un attimo. Voglio vedere un attimo una cosa. L'altra volta come
My
hai
condition
rotto
likes being ignored
l'anima.
as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Che cacchio ti do? Chi è?
Thank you.
Sta diventando pesante, eh?
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mister, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Avanti, sei tra amici.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really
Allora
am.
inizia a chiacchierare.
What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Aspetta, Mistra, io so che è sposata col Mister.
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired
E
more.
quindi? Non mi
You see, no
diventi
matter how
Gandalf il
powerful a
bianco?
wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted, I pleaded, swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead.
Quindi che
We
stronzo
come
hai
now to the
fatto?
crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Ho scartato tutto vero i cioccolatini allora. Quando il tuo grande...
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Andiamo a curiosare, va. Giri in power.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, then suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
What is it? What do you see?
Probabilmente è una sorta di buco nero.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Quindi un buco nero di
This
magia lui.
Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however, I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not.
E quindi?
All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
No, io vorrei aiutarti. Siamo arrivati fin qui insieme e continueremo questo io.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not
Sì, ma
to
vi
let you
salvate?
down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Don't look. Stop.
Allora.
Please. Please. Wait.
Vediamo se questo qui che chiacchiera
Don't.
mi sblocca qualcosa in più.
Make it stop. Stop.
My gentle Loris. He wished to know what was to come.
Away. Away.
A thief who tried to steal from Auntie. Now the good little pet guards my home.
Mondi alberello. Allora, cerchiamo di capire un attimo la mappina qui. Vorrei arrivare un po' più avanti, se possibile, settacciando bene. Magari c'è qualche oggetto, qualche cosa che mi sono perso. Questo è morto. Salto.
Let's get on with it.
Visto che è incendiabile, uno ci prova, no? Attenzione, oggetti pesanti sopra i condotti per evitare. Per chi non l'avesse capito, sì, voglio riprovare ad andare dalla zietta. Ok. Ok, è tossico.
Mine. Better be careful not to trigger that. that thing.
Ecco. Non ho fatto in tempo a farlo esplodere. Magari vediamo se da...
Still alive. So that's progress.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
Allora, lì è la boss fight. Quindi ragazzuoli, io salvo sul nostro salvataggio e vi dico con un Credendo Vides alla prossima. L'ho tirata anche troppo per le lunghe.